What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make money using your car. And we're going to cover everything from wear and tear, how much money I make, and exactly what apps that I've been using to make this money. I've been making up to $4,000 a month just by using some of these delivery apps. Sometimes I make a little bit more, sometimes I make a little bit less, but obviously it all depends on how hard that you go. And for me, honestly, I really don't feel like I work that hard when it comes to these apps. I usually start off in the morning anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock, and I end my day around 4, 5, like a normal 9 to 5. So at the end of the day, you can definitely make money in these apps, and I'm gonna show you how right now. So let's talk about it. In one of my last videos, I showed you guys me running to the airport and making money. And some people made a lot of comments in the videos talking about wear and tear on the car. And I also saw where it's like, oh, you only made that one delivery for $25 and now you're saying that you make that every hour. And I'm going to show you specifically that day and exactly how much money I made that day, because I was really only showing you the airport gig part of the app just because I thought that would be something convenient for people, something people can just pick up, look at the app, and if they see something, go drop off a delivery, they can go do it quickly, because you can make a lot of money just doing airport delivery gigs. But I use the app as a whole, and I'm going to pretty much show you some of my account details and what I've made, some of the days that I've worked, and I actually multi-app. So when I say that I make about $150 a day, that is the truth. And it's because I have a lot of different platforms. But if you really just wanted to focus on one app, and right now I'm going to specifically be talking about Roadie, you can definitely do it. So right here, I'm going to show you some of my history. The day that I made the video, we're going to go through all those details here. But as you can see, in June, all of my payouts was $594 for June 25th. June 11th was $601, and June 4th was $557. I probably put the most work in like June and July, just because I just want to save money. And I'm a hustler, man. I like hustling at the end of the day. So I have all kinds of side hustles. If you follow the channel, you know my main hustle is I'm a reseller. So I sell on eBay and Amazon. Obviously, I make these YouTube videos. I invest in a lot of other things. So it's just not like all I do is just do these delivery gigs. I kind of do these delivery gigs when I'm bored or I just feel like I want some extra cash, and that's what they're here for. So I'm going to just go in one of them specifically. Yeah, I'm just going to go into the one that I told you guys, the June 25th, because that's the one that had the airport gigs where I said I made $25 an hour. And if you could come all the way down, we're just going to find the airport gigs just so you know that I'm telling the truth. So my last video, the airport gigs, there are the two ones, the Delta and the Southwest. One was 14, one was 11. But you can see before that, I had a Walmart delivery that was $25. And then after that, I had a PetSmart gig that was 42, another Walmart gig that was 22. Somebody sent me $4.50. I mean, this is just all from that one day. So if you can see, if we start from the two deliveries at Walmart plus the airport gigs, you can see that I definitely made well over $100 and some that day. And then just look at June 22nd by itself, $33, 37, 38, 15. That is well over $100 and something, about $130 just that day alone. And you can see I have been doing this consistently, and these are the numbers, just don't lie. Like, and I don't want you guys just to focus on the numbers, because obviously it does matter. You have to be picky about the jobs that you want to choose. I'm just very picky about the jobs that I decided to take. That's why I can actually make about $100 to $130 to $40 every time I pick up the phone and start doing this app. But I also want you to keep in mind that when you're doing this Roadie app, there are so many different delivery jobs. Like I said, the airport gig was just one that you can bid on, but there's so many different other jobs. Personally, I like doing the Walmart orders, because if you saw, there was a Walmart order that consistently that you get like $40 to $50, and it takes you around an hour and a half to do the Walmart gigs. Sometimes the Roadie app will say it's going to take 3 hours to do something. It's not going to take that long. You can knock that out in like 2 hours. So don't get discouraged when you see something that says $50, 4 hours, because it's not going to take that 4 hours to complete it. Just kind of get the gauge of how many deliveries it is, especially if it's like 20 or deliveries plus. it's not going to take that long to do the job because they give you extra time just to complete all the orders. Before I continue, I just want to talk about other apps as well. Like I'm just going to show you some DoorDashing. Before I did the Roadie in June, I was doing some DoorDashing just to see. If you go back and look at all my videos, I try each and every one of these apps just to see which one is more profitable. And right here, you can see on the days that I decided to dash, $126, $15 on a Saturday that I decided to dash that one day. And I think I was going somewhere, and that's the only reason I took that order. And then Sunday, $130, $20, $15. That is well over $150 in that one day again. And then again, I only dash when I'm like bored or something like that, or if I feel like I really need some money. I mean, that's when I'll pick up and I'll dash or I'll roadie. Or there's another app that's called GrubHub, and I tried to download my information for GrubHub, but as you can see, when we go in my earnings report, there's just a lot that you have to deal with. And after I viewed it, I don't want to go through all of that stuff detail by detail. You can see how small it is, and I don't have to go pick and choosing. But you can see that I've made some $100 deposits to my account, $237 deposit to my account, consistently making deposits from all of these apps. And these payouts can be daily. So you can cash out whenever you want to, or you can cash out once a week. So whenever you hear people say that, oh, you can't make money on these apps, you can. It's just all about your hustle and your drive. And once you actually learn these apps, that's when you really make the most money. And now I'm going to go back to Roadie just because that's what we were kind of talking about in my last video. And a lot of people kept talking about the wear and tear and you can't make as much money on Roadie as I'm saying. The proof is in the pudding. And before the video ends, I would like to get on and just to see how many offerings there are that's live right now. And I may do that and to just take a little small screenshot because there's going to be offerings available. There's going to be offerings that you want to take and there's going to be offerings that you don't want to take, but you have to be picky and choosy. Like I said, in my market personally, where I live in Greenville, South Carolina, Best Buy orders are some of the best ones for me. Best Buy and Walmart. PetSmart, I stay away from. And then the airport orders. And then there's a place called like Statum RX that every time they drop, it's probably $50 or more. You can find $100 orders, $80 orders, and it's all medicine and you're just delivering medicine. So you can definitely make money on the app and it's definitely over $100. So just imagine if you didn't work just from like 10 to 5 like I did, if you got up early in the morning, because they start dropping stuff on the app at like 7 in the morning. You can run deliveries from 7 all the way until they close the app at like 6 at night and still make money. And then after they close the app at night, they still have random ones that pop up that you can look out for. And that's when you get into the high dollar apps too, because if you're running like 2 o'clock at night, like I said, you can probably catch an order that's like $50, $60 and doesn't even have to go that far. Now, a lot of people will scream wear and tear in this video. So I just want to say this. Now, I've showed you just a few things about how much money you can make daily on this app. Now, if you feel like you have a car that is a junker, it may not work for you. But if you have a car that gets you decent mileage, if you have a car that you know you probably just bought brand new tires on or something, if you keep good maintenance on your car, wear and tear really won't be a problem. I have been doing these apps and just side hustles forever. I have 2 cars, and the most that I've ever had to do is like buy tires. Obviously, you need your oil change. I never had to spend more than like $2,000 in my car unless it was something that was like major that happened to my car. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like I can run hard in 1 week to make the money I need for almost any hiccup that happens on my car. And here's another thing that people aren't going to want to look at because life is about perspective, man. It's all about how you look at everything. Right now, I'm sitting in a rental car. I rented this car for $200 and I have this car for 6 days. 6 days, $200. If you want to scream wear and tear, how about just go rent a car and then I can make that $200 back today if I wanted to. I can easily just DoorDash and GrubHub until I made the money, or pick up some roadie orders until I made the money. Now the car's paid off in 1 day and I can just run hard the rest of the days and that's going to be profit. So we won't have to scream wear and tear then. We're always going to make excuses why we don't want to go out there and hustle. And another reason I hear people say they don't want to do it is because you have to pay taxes at the end of the year. Well, guess what? When you go to a 9 to 5, you pay taxes at that 9 to 5 too. The only difference is they take out the taxes for you, but when you get paid, you have to pay the taxes yourself. So that's like the major difference that I really want people to understand. I was a manager. I was making $22 an hour. I'm telling you guys, I was working over 50 hours a week. And the checks that I get from doing this little door dashing or roadies or whatever it is, it's much more. Now, obviously, because the taxes haven't been taken out yet, but if you're responsible, you're going to make sure that you have all that taken account for. So you're going to set money aside to pay your taxes, roughly around 12 to 20%. And if you pay around 20% of your taxes, you're probably going to get money back at the end of the year. Just depends on how much money you made throughout the year. But when people scream wear and tear and all that stuff, taxes on your car, you're doing that anyway. If you have a job and you have to drive 45 minutes to work, that's wear and tear on your car. We're always going to make excuses. Again, you should be making enough money on these apps where if your car breaks down, you ran hard enough to where you can just go buy a brand new used car and just run that car as much as you can until you can buy a brand new used car. Like that should be what's in people's minds. Like you have to make money for you. Use your car as an investment. Don't be scared to put miles on your car because you feel like your car is going to break down. But if you are running miles and miles and miles on your car and your car is making you money, guess what? When those hiccups do come, you made the money to be able to pay it off. So, and again, some people don't have to look at this like a full-time job. This video is really made for like hustlers, people who really need something in their life. There's some people who make hundreds of $1,000s a year and they add a 9 to 5 and they will never get in a car and try to go make money or a side hustle. But there are people out there who are barely making it and they have a vehicle and they just don't know what to do. So this is why I really make videos for people who just don't know how to make money. Like that's the goal for me. It's not about getting rich off running these DoorDash orders or Roadie orders or whatever the case may be. The name of the game is actually making profit. And I do want to show you one thing too, just because I like breaking everything down by like hourly pay. Something may say $15 3 miles down the road, and I know that's going to be a quick run, but something else may say like $50 35 miles down the road. I'm going to think about my time. I know that it's going to take me X amount of time to drive 30 miles, roughly around 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to put my time into it. So if I can make $50 in an hour's time, I'm probably going to pick up that gig no matter how far it is because I just made $50, even if it was 50 miles, but I just made $50. And now I can just add that to my total for the day. And guess what? If something happens or a hiccup happens, I had that extra $50 that I just made to help me pay for it. But when I was talking about the But when I was talking about the DoorDash earnings, I wanted you to see where it said that week for that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days, I made $319.46. And keep in mind that Saturday wasn't really a work day. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of bull crapping. And then you're going to see where it says active time and then dash time. The dash time is when you click the app and say that you're going to be a dasher and you're sitting around waiting for orders. What I do, I start my app at the house and I don't leave my house until I get an order accepted. And that's how I start my day. Sometimes you may have to drive to a hot spot, but I live in an area where I'm close enough to a hot spot where I'll just turn on my dasher or I'll pick up an order for Roadie first before I start dashing or GrubHub. And then GrubHub really makes the most money, in my opinion, when it comes to these apps. Like by order, GrubHub makes more money. And then there's so many other apps like Spark that you have to pick up and deliver groceries that I just really don't do. Even Amazon Flex where you go pick up orders, even Amazon Flex where you go pick up packages and deliver them to people's houses. There's so many apps. There's so many different ways to make money out here that people just don't want to do it. So when it says that I split my time, so I'm just going to take 319 by the dash time. It's 19 hours. So 319 divided by 19 hours, that's $16.17 an hour. And that's some time that I wasn't doing nothing. That's how you break that down. But if you do it by the actual time that I was running and working for DoorDash, not at my house or stopping by my house, doing laundry or whatever the case may be, and we take that same 319 by the 12 hours that I was doing actual dashing, that's $26 an hour by the actual time that I'm running around working for them. So you could look at that one or two ways. Did I make $16 or did I make $26? I'll let y'all fight about that in the comment section. But I know realistically I made around $20 because I have to pay some taxes, and then everybody screams wear and tear. And then when you think about gas, I may put $20 in gas every other day or so, but then again, I'm making that $20 back after I do my first order. So it's like it's paying for itself. I'm just basically reinvesting in myself. And again, when times get hard and you don't want to use your own car, you can always rent a car. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, man. If you can rent a car, use that car, make money, then you don't have to scream about wear and tear no more. Just invest in a rental, or just use your car, run your car as hard as you can, save money just in case something happens, like you should be doing anyway. Everybody should have an emergency fund. So everybody who's screaming wear and tear and stuff like that, y'all should be having funds saved for emergencies anyway. But I just wanted to come on here and just show you guys that, hey, you can make money with these apps, man. Proof is in the pudding, man. Don't let nobody discourage you, and don't let nobody make fun of you for out here running for DoorDash or out here going for Roadie or out here trying to make a hustle, man, because that's what it's about, man. Life's life's getting expensive. So every hustle that you can get, go out here and get it, man. But anyways, this is gonna be it for this video. I'm actually enjoying some family time out here. This is, but that's gonna be in But that's going to be the end of this video. I'm actually out here enjoying some family time, but I just wanted to make this video and let you guys know, man, that you can really, really, really grind and make some money on these apps. I'm going to be honest, man. Once I was door dashing and I door dashed for like 24 hours and I made like 400 and something bucks. To a lot of people, they're going to be like, oh, that was 24 hours. You know, you only made $10 an hour. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was out there for 24 hours grinding and I made 400 bucks. So these apps are out here for people who, like, who knows, maybe a bill came up or something. Sometimes people have emergencies. A family member may go to the hospital and you need some money to hustle up. These are what these apps are for, man. They're out here so you can make some money. And again, make sure that you bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm gonna bless somebody tomorrow. But at this point in time, your boy Tay, I'm out.